Hi guys. Welcome back again to my corner. How you guys doing? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for every feedback I've been getting. People that have been watching my videos, people that have been commenting, people that have been sharing my videos. Thank you so much. And for people that just see me for the first time, my name is Chine. I am a Nigerian based in Ireland. I talk about relocation, I talk about marriage, I talk about weight loss because, as I always say, that's what I know. So I share what I know. And during this period, a lot of people are trying to come over to Ireland, so that's why I'm actually really trying to be consistent in sharing what I know about moving to Ireland. So you could check my previous videos. I do videos about how you could get here, how you could the kind of job roles that you could get and everything. So I was just thinking that so many people would have, sorry about that. So many people would have maybe started applying, because I encourage everybody that's watching to start applying. You could watch my previous videos, like I said, to understand where you fall in and if you can actually migrate to Ireland either as a student or search for a job from wherever you are, and hopefully you get something. So many people have been applying, I suppose. So I just want to do a video, like you've seen from the topic, about getting interview ready, possibility of getting invited for an interview. So I just want your mind to be ready, even though I'm not talking about the questions, the likely questions that you're going to ask. As usual, I'm going to share some links. That's another good reason for following my channel. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I would like to say, and I would like you to have it in mind, because sometimes expectations are the reason why people just lose confidence and people just stop trying, you know. So first thing I want you to know is that you might not be the best person for the role that you're applying for, or that you've been invited for an interview for. You might not be the best person for the role, but that doesn't mean that you cannot get the role. Okay, another thing I want you to have in mind is that you're not the only person that's qualified for the role. Because if you start feeling like, oh, I'm overqualified for this, that would give you some kind of vibe that if unfortunately you didn't get the job, you feel so bad, you feel so disappointed, and you can be depressed as well to even continue applying. Another thing is, you should also know that you're good enough. Okay, for the fact that maybe if you're applying for a job role that they listed a lot of qualifications that you should have, and you don't have that much, but you're being called for an interview, that just shows you that the interviewers have seen something in you, so you're actually good enough for that role. Okay, so you should go with that level of like believe that you're good enough, you know, even though you're not supposed to be overconfident. Another thing that is reality, I'm not wishing you bad, but you might be rejected. Now, the reason why you get some rejections, maybe you get 1 or 2 rejections and you don't apply again, is because you feel that how will I be rejected? I have the qualification. You can be rejected. Like I said, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're the best for the role, you know. Just have that in mind. So having said that, let's just start up the video immediately. So first and foremost, like I said, I'll be sharing videos later on questions that you can be asked. If you want those kind of videos, you should let me know. But this video is just to get you interview ready. First thing is, you should be timely. I don't understand it. You're being given an appointment for an interview. Most companies, I don't know, most companies, except very rare occasions, maybe when they urgently need you, that they don't give you that much time. At least 1 week. You've been sent an email, like 1 week. Some people go as far as 2 weeks to get ready for this interview, and you might get there late. How? I don't get it. How would you get there late? Why I'm saying this is, this advice goes for immigrants like me, because you're just coming into a new country. My people, Ndocha, Oyibo people, time is money for them. Time is value for them. Unlike back home, because I did a lot of interviews before I got my job in the bank. you can be given time by like 9 a.m. and you get there even some minutes after 9, or you get there even before 9, and you're made to wait till like 11, 12. You just see, like when we're applying for jobs, then you see us at the Ikeja, well, long queues waiting for our turn. So interview will take you the whole day. No. If you're coming to Ireland, I have done some interviews. They give you a time slot. So they give like everybody time slot. So your time might be from 12 to 12:15. Just like when you have like a medical appointment, you have doctor's appointment. If you don't get there on time, my people, when you get there, they're like, oh, sorry, book another appointment. Your time has passed, because they gave you a time frame, like they gave you that time, like this is your own time, you know. So you have to be early. Now with COVID and everything, a lot of interviews are being done online. So as an immigrant, you're not yet in Ireland, you have interviews where they are inviting you for a Zoom session, for a call. Please, if it's Zoom, if you're conversant with Zoom, you know that you can actually be there, log in, and the system will tell you, oh, we're waiting for the host to start the meeting. That's your best bet. Be there, so that once the host starts the meeting, you're already in the meeting. That's the time. You have to be timely. The second point, your posture. By posture, because in this video I'm going to be giving examples. By posture, you cannot just be in interview and you're like this. No, your posture, like, you know, like that. Don't even laugh, because some people will just do interview and they're like, yes, okay, I think so. Yes, I'm okay for the job, auntie. It's gonna work, oh, but that has to be your father's company. It has to be your company. Composure, your posture, you're like, you're serious. You understand? It's a serious business. You should be serious. So you're there, you're like, you're listening. You know, that's second point. The third point is your dressing. This might be cliche. Some people will be like, Some companies, especially all this IT, you know, maybe customer service, and especially when it's on Zoom, you might feel, oh, because it's on Zoom, you want to dress anyhow. Guys, dress well everywhere. Instead of just dressing shirt and you didn't button it well, or wearing this kind of thing that I'm wearing, like, are you going for a walk? You should dress well, show serious. Your interviewers may be dressed like this, but trust me, they are watching your dressing, they are watching your composure, it just shows how composed you are, and it goes a long way to show how you're going to do in a job. You know, somebody that takes things seriously like this, dresses well and is composed and ready, will definitely do well in the job. So little things like this matter. Trust me. Trust me. Another point, guys, is be prepared. By being prepared, I mean, if you're going to be using Zoom, be sure that before that time, you already know how to use Zoom. Okay? If you're being interviewed, be sure of the kind of job role that you applied for. Another way of being prepared is go through the job description. Most times, 99% of the time, everything that they're going to ask you is on job descriptions. Go through them. Take your time, like a day before the interview. Most questions are going to come out from that job description. Okay, be prepared. Like, learn about the company. You can't be going for an interview you don't know about. They will ask you 1 or 2 questions about the company. Then learn about the application that is being used on that day if you're not going there physically. You understand? Some people use Google Meet, some people use Teams, some people use Zoom. You know, there are a lot of ways that they do this interview stuff now, especially if you're trying to migrate to Ireland and you're looking for a job outside Ireland. So you won't be interviewed physically most times. Like, you won't be interviewed physically, basically. So you're going to be using one of these technologies. Be conversant with it. Another thing is pay attention, especially now that is Zoom and you are an immigrant like me. You have to pay attention. Like, you have to be sure that your environment is quiet, because you might not be hearing the English very well. So you have to pay attention. You cannot be distracted and thinking of any other thing. Be looking at them eyeball to eyeball. That way you could read their lips and know what they're saying. They cannot ask you, so why do you want to work with her? And you're like, pardon? Why do you are like, pardon? It's frustrating. Like, and you know, even though interview is not an exam, the interviewer to an extent has the power to decide what's going to be the outcome. Okay, so you have to actually engage the interviewer. You have to, don't stress them, don't do pardon, I did not hear, you know, it's somehow. So if you pay attention, you would listen. Remember, our intonation is different from theirs, so you really need to pay attention. Another thing is, I don't understand how you are looking for a job, you are applying for a job, and you don't have LinkedIn profile, but you have Facebook. You have Instagram. You have Facebook. You don't have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like the social things happen in LinkedIn as well. It's a social media platform as well, but is mainly for jobs. Update your LinkedIn. Update it. What you're doing at the moment, what you have done. There are places to put your jobs. There are places you can even upload your CV on LinkedIn so that you can actually easily apply to those jobs. You can have notifications on LinkedIn. You know, now when you have an invite for an interview, go to your LinkedIn. It happened to me once, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. I went to my LinkedIn after applying for that company. It was for an IT role. I went to my LinkedIn to check, and I observed that an old school of mine from my connection on LinkedIn is actually working there. You see, so it shows you the people that are even working in those places that you want to come to. You understand? So I had to just give him a call immediately to know, oh, what's up? I got an invite. What is it like? You know, it just puts you in the mood. It just makes you to have an idea. It's good to just use your LinkedIn, check your connections. You might know somebody that is working there or someone that has worked there and is no longer there. The person is in Ireland. It's a fantastic place to actually meet people and ask questions, especially if you're hoping to get a job and you're not in Ireland. It's very, very important. Another point for my fellow immigrants, guys, in Nigeria, you can put on your CV now, PhD in view, Masters in view, Prince 2 in view, Kiniko in view, everything is in view. And you and I know that you are not in view anything. You are not in any view. Oga, please, on your CV, put what you have. Because the synonym of Ndocha is truth. They are going to ask you for all those things. And if you know, while you're in front of your interviewer, just as I'm in front of you guys now, your interviewer is actually seeing your CV. So he has checked your CV now. Your CV is like 5 pages. You have all those things in view. For you to have in view, that means you're already studying it, but you've not graduated. That means you have an idea on all those things. But they now ask you a question there. You and I know you're not in view. So wrong. It's wrong. So anything that you know you do, anything that I wanted to say, anything that you know you don't know, anything that you know that you don't have, remove it. Remove it. Because like I said, you might not be the most qualified for the job, but little things like this, your composure, the way you answer questions, the way you talk, the way you have prepared, somebody that might be qualified, that has all the qualifications, might not be prepared, might not be composed, might come late, so the interviewers now have to select, even though that person had answered the questions very well. These points that I have listed now will now make you stand out despite the qualifications. So there's no need lying. You have put your CV is so rich with things that you don't know. Problem. It's problem. So please, especially my immigrant people, it's better to just tailor your CV to what they need. And I don't know, maybe my next video I'm going to be talking about CV, because CV goes a long way. You know, CV speaks for you in your absence. And sometimes it's not even about 5 pages of CV. You can have just 2 pages of CV, but your CV contains those keywords that are needed. By keywords, I mean that for every application, they have like Companies now, they don't do it manually. You know, before you submit your CV, secretary gives it to the board, HR people, they go through it. Nobody does that anymore. The system now, you upload, that's why you can upload soft copies of your CV. You upload soft copies of your CV, and the system just filters CVs that have those keywords. And most often than not, keywords are always in that job description. Let's just leave it to the next video and just face why we're here, okay? So your CV is actually very, very important, and know what you're putting in there. Please, my people. I'm saying this because I know. I'll see you guys in my next video. I just needed to drop these hits for the weekend. Think about it. I'll see you next week, okay? Till then, subscribe to my channel, guys. It's free and it encourages me to throw out more content, okay? Bye.